Polly, welcome to my channel. As you read in the title, I'm going to be doing my sketchbook tour. This is from the year 2020. This is the front cover. This is during the time of the pandemic, so I've had a lot of time to draw. So let's start. Page number 1, this is my OC. Her name is Akika. She does not look like this anymore. This is like an old drawing 3 years ago. That's crazy to say, but I actually never finished it, but I was really happy with this at the time because of the hair. I was experimenting with different shading techniques. Also, a style choice that I had during this time was I would have this circle around and it has like these little stitches. I did it for almost every single drawing. It was my stylistic choice. This one was my favorite drawing at the time. This was one of my friends. I drew his Animal Crossing character with his favorite villagers. And this is also when I was experimenting different cartoon styles, and I was really happy with this. And as you can see, I was experimenting with hair shading as well. When I first started art, I started with pencil, so I was more traditional. I started using markers and stuff. And you can see here how I was practicing shading and all that. These were just practices. This is a chicken nugget. It's not a rock, it's a chicken nugget. And this was a pony that I designed. Not really designed per se, but she is originally a toy. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I'll put a picture here somewhere to describe it. And I kind of just drew her because I enjoy drawing ponies. This was a practice, really. I don't know if you can tell, but I drew some really big eyes and I erased it because it was so ugly. This was another friend that I used to play Animal Crossing with, and I drew her Islander, and I never finished this. Even though I liked the way it was coming out, but I just never finished it. And a cool thing that I started to do for Animal Crossing is I just started out, so I didn't have bells and stuff like that. So I was trying to figure out how to get money fast. So I opened art commissions, but I would be paid through Animal Crossing currency. And I drew headshots of their islander. And I'm actually really happy with these because they're just so cute. Look at her. And this bandana took a long time because I didn't know how to do this style. I was just putting random colors, but this shading technique was really pretty, and I'm surprised that I stopped doing it. This is another one that I did. I'm not entirely happy with this one because of the eyes and the glasses. That's something I really struggled with, and I still do now, is drawing the placement of the facial features. This one is definitely my least favorite that I did. As long as the person was happy with it, then yeah. And the funny thing about this drawing is their islander's name is Charlie, but I accidentally wrote it as Chari. So I tried to correct it, but I erased the wrong thing and I corrected it as Charile. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to correct this anymore. And it was so embarrassing. I was like, I'm sorry, I butchered the name twice. But they were happy with the drawing itself. And I was also running out of this marker color, so you can see the streaks. I was just not happy with this. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is with the eye highlights, I painted in acrylic. I don't know if you can tell that that's paint, but I painted with acrylic paint on the eyes. This one was my favorite Animal Crossing commission that I did. I was really happy with the pose, and the face is so cute, and I didn't want to have just a blank drawing, so I did these 4 circles, and I think it just came out so well because it really pops. I might redraw this just because it's so cute. These are even more, so you see I was getting money really fast, and it was really worth it because now I have a lot of money in Animal Crossing and I don't have to worry about going broke ever again. I did so much trading and buying stuff, and I was just going crazy. My island is complete and I have money and I'm set and I'm good. Anyways, these are other things that I did. I wasn't happy with this one as well because, you know, the eyes and the hair. I did not like this. Was the second person I got with this hairstyle, and you know, I butchered both drawings, so maybe that was a sign not to do this hairstyle. I really like this one because this is when I started to do lineless art, or not really starting, but I was just experimenting with lineless art. So I was doing this and she was really happy with it. I really like it too because of the mask and the eyebrows and the hair, of course. This was another Animal Crossing commission I did. I was really happy with this one as well because of the pose, and their character was just really cute. When I was doing the sketch, I forgot to draw her tiara, so I had to slap it in at the last moment. I was also really happy with this. And this is when I started getting into JoJo, which is an anime called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I started doing lots of fan art, and Kakyoin is my favorite character, so I was drawing him a lot. I put scrap at the top because I didn't like the way it was coming out. But actually looking back on it, it doesn't look that bad. And I also really like the style of eyes that I was doing. I was doing like these huge trapezoid shaped eyes with the eyelashes and stuff. I really liked it. These are practices that I was doing, practicing how to draw lips, and yeah. And I also used to do this thing where I add the little nostrils, the little holes for the nose. So here's another JoJo fan art. This is Kakyoin again, and this is when I was experimenting more with using acrylic paint for the highlights. I really love the hair, and I added little hearts in the highlights. It's very cute. So another fandom that I hopped on was Friday Night Funkin'. I was drawing Zardy, I think is his name. I totally don't remember, but I think it was Zardy. And I drew his icon. This is when I was practicing with drawing marker as the base, and then I used color pencil on top, so that's why the hat looks like that. I was trying another style. Every time I look in the sketchbook, this is my most favorite drawing ever, and I definitely need to redraw this. This is my Minecraft OC. She is my Minecraft avatar that I, play as and stuff. She's very cute. I need to draw her. I love this drawing so much. So here's another Animal Crossing drawing that I did for one of my friends. Another Animal Crossing drawing that I did for the same friend from earlier. This was a drawing that I was really proud of at the time. This is my Animal Crossing Islander, and I actually still have this outfit. This is like my main outfit. I was not proud of this. The only thing I'm proud of is the ear, because I looked closely at an ear picture to do this, but the rest of it I kind of just wing it. Is that how you say it? Wing it? But I was practicing how to draw real people. This is a drawing that took me a lot of courage to finish and even start. I called it self-love because I drew myself how I looked at the time, and as you can see, I drew acne marks and lots of hair, lots of body hair, and yeah. This is a character called Sheepo. My niece has a stuffed wolf, and so I just drew her for fun in my own style because why not? If you're a JoJo fan, you would understand where this is coming from, but I was practicing to draw this character and I forgot whose pose this is. Actually, I think this is Jonathan, I'm not sure. But I was trying to draw one of them and I drew them too much off the screen. And if this was digital, I would have just moved it and drew it there, but I wasn't doing digital at the time, so I just left it like this because I was just upset. So this is yet again another Kakyoin fan art, but this one I actually took my time and drew from their actual style, and I was so proud of this at the time. I was like, oh my gosh, I drew him, he's in my notebook. And this is still really cool now. It's very rare that I draw an anime style, and yeah, I was really happy with this and I still am. So as you can tell, I was very hooked onto JoJo at the time, and I think this is Josuke's pose. And I never finished this because I didn't like the way it was coming out. I just drew a little goofy face and left it at that. Once again, it's another JoJo pose. This one was from one of the stands. I forgot their name. I really liked their pose, so I just wanted to draw it, and I drew another silly face on it. So obviously this is Giorno, and I really liked his pose as well, so I just drew it real quick. I like the perspective I did on his foot. Other than that, I didn't really like it, so I just wrote scrap at the top and left it like that. I'm still really happy with this one, and I actually remember the backstory for this. So I was in my bedroom and I was listening to Insanity, and it's a really good song. It was really popular a few years ago when Sonic.exe was still popular and all that other scary stuff. So I was listening to this song and it inspired me to make this drawing. This is a drawing of myself, by the way. I really love the eyes because, you know. Another cat going fan art. When I first drew this, I thought it was super cute. This was a drawing that I did for one of my friends. This is how they actually look, and I drew it for them for their birthday. This was a practice I was doing for practicing real bodies and such. This is a drawing that I'm really happy with. This is the same person. You might have seen their name like 2 other times in this video already, and I drew him and mine's characters from Animal Crossing, and like I said before, this is my main outfit. I really like this drawing. It was really cute. I was really happy with it because of the pose. Now, another fandom that I hopped on was Danganronpa. I'm not in it anymore. I was just a fan of it because I thought the game was cool itself, but I'm not really like into the characters and stuff. I only drew Suichi because my friend is really into Danganronpa, so I drew the character for her. And this is a fandom that I'll always be in. Eddsworld was my first fandom besides the Ninja Turtles. This was my first fandom I was ever in, so I'm a huge fan of them, and of course there's going to be lots more fan art of them. I don't think there's more in this sketchbook, but when I first got into it, I used to do lots of fan art for them. And at the time, you know, during quarantine, Among Us was very popular, so I created my own OC from Among Us. His name is Jeremy, and he actually has a version without the helmet on. I designed how he looks and all that, but I don't remember if I drew it in this book, but we'll see. And this is the same person from before. This is how their character looked. And my other friend, I drew their Among Us character as well, and I gave them the knife because they were really good at being the imposter, so I gave them the knife just to symbolize that. This was another practicing anatomy, and I'm not really happy with the face, but the body was pretty nice. I totally forgot that I did this drawing. I was really happy with this, but I never finished it. This is not my original character. She is actually a doll. I think she was my niece's doll, and I drew her just because I found her outfit very cute. And this is when I started doing TikToks of my art. So this is a little deer that I drew for fun. I was practicing realistic shading. This is my character, and this is my friend's character, and I was doing a little TikTok with them where he reveals his face and then he calls him cute or whatever, and then he gets shy. If you go on my TikTok, you'll see this video, but you're gonna have to scroll really far down. This is something else that I was working on that I thought was gonna be really cute, but I never finished it. I don't remember who these characters are. I don't know if this is my character Jeremy, the guy that I mentioned from Among Us earlier, and I just don't remember, but I thought the pose was really cute. This is another practice of a head. So I think this was me drawing myself, but I never finished it. But I like the facial expression and I like the lip here. I still do my lips like this for my persona. This is a humanized version of my cat. His name is Goku. He is not inspired by the Dragon Ball Z character. I just named him Goku because I like the name. And this is how I drew him as a human, because he's very playful, and so I tried to give him that energy. This is a drawing of Superman, but he is not Superman. He's actually my dad. My dad wanted me to draw him as Superman, so that's what I did. And I gave him a hammer because that's what he does as his job. I was just drawing people's Roblox avatars for free. I think this is really cute. This is my friend again, and during this time, if you haven't realized, I only had 2 friends at the time, so I just kept drawing them over and over. I was trying to draw them as how they look in real life, but in my style. I didn't really like the way this came out. The only thing I like is the hands, but everything else, eh. And if you don't recognize her, then why are you on my channel? This is the character that I still use today, but this is how she used to look. Her style is a little different now, but when I first created her, she used to have this headband with puffs on it because I used to wear those a lot when I first created her, like around 2018, so I put that on her. And she used to have really long hair that was split into 3 strands, but I ditched the idea. I still do the 3 strand idea now, but her hair just isn't that long. Basically, long story short, is the outfit that she's wearing is the outfit that I was wearing at the time of creating her, and that just became her signature outfit. And I also gave her bracelets because I used to wear lots of bracelets at that time as well. This is my Little Pony OC. Her name is Golden Bubble, and she still looks the same as today. She's just not as big. In my version now, she's a little smaller, but she still basically looks the same. She has the blue mane with the purple highlights and the green eyes. I was really happy with this drawing that I had turned it digital. I like this version a lot more than the digital anyway, because I feel like it takes away that natural look, and I like seeing the texture of the paper. This was a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. Let me see. Yeah, it was a Christmas gift for my friend, and I basically drew her in my style. I'm going to put a censor over this because it's basically an exposed chest, but I don't want to be risked like getting marked or something. But it's basically a cute girl wearing this bunny outfit, and her chest is sort of exposed here, and I put all on because this was for a trend as well. This is the same girl from my first page. Her name is Akika, and this is when I was first designing her fashion, because her character originally looks like this. She is an alien and she doesn't wear clothes. Her body's just bare like this. But I wanted to give her some clothes to kind of bring out personality a little bit, so this is the dress I was going to give her. This was another practice. I was drawing myself, but I was trying to go for a more realistic style, practicing anatomy. I like the strings here, but other than that, I don't really like this drawing. I was really happy with this drawing at the time because of the legs. They just look so nice. And I really love what I did with the hair because I used color pencil this time. This is when I was first getting used to color pencil because I had to use them for my art class. So I was getting used to blending them and stuff, and so I was practicing on her hair, and you can see how shiny it is. It's really cute. If you go back down to my channel, you'll see a character with bunny ears with long blonde hair. That is this character. That is a redesign of this character, so you can see he changed a lot. And my last page is where I did all of my swatching. This is where I was swatching all of my markers and testing out my white liners and just a bunch of swatching. And that is the end of my 2020 sketchbook tour, and thank you so much if you made it to the end. I hope you enjoyed my old art as much as I do. I really forget what I draw sometimes, so just looking back brings me so many memories. Stay tuned because I will be making another sketchbook tour with my 2021 sketchbook. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.